Intel Core i9-14900K is a desktop processor with 24 cores, launched in October 2023. It is part of the Core i9 lineup, using the Raptor Lake refresh architecture with socket 1700. Intel hyper-threading technology is available and effectively doubles the core count of the P cores, to a total of 32 threads. Core i9-14900K has 36 MB of L3 cache and operates at 3.2 GHz by default, but can boost up to 6 GHz, depending on the workload. Intel is building the Core i9-14900K on a 10nm production process. The transistor count is unknown. You may freely adjust the unlocked multiplier on Core i9-14900K, which simplifies overclocking greatly, as you can easily dial in any overclocking frequency. With a TDP of 125W, the Core i9-14900K consumes a lot of power, so good cooling is definitely needed. Intel's processor supports DDR4 and DDR5 memory with a dual-channel interface. ECC memory is supported, too, which is an important capability for mission-critical systems, to avoid data corruption. For communication with other components in the machine, Core i9-14900K uses a PCI Express Gen 5 connection. This processor features the UHD Graphics 770 integrated graphics solution. Hardware virtualization is available on the Core i9-14900K, which greatly improves virtual machine performance. Additionally, IOMMU virtualization, PCI pass-through, is supported, so that guest virtual machines may directly use host hardware. Programs using Advanced Vector Extensions, AVX, will run on this processor, boosting performance for calculation-heavy applications. Besides AVX, Intel is including the newer AVX2 Standard 2, but not AVX 512. Memory support, DDR4, DDR5. DDR4 speed, 3,200 metric tons per second. DDR5 speed, 5,600 metric tons per second. Memory bus, dual channel. ECC memory. PCI Express, Gen 5, 16 lanes. AMD Ryzen 9 9950X3D is a desktop processor with 16 cores, launched in January 2025. It is part of the Ryzen 9 lineup, using the Zen 5 Granite Ridge architecture with socket AM5. Thanks to AMD's simultaneous multithreading, SMT, the core count is effectively doubled, to 32 threads. Ryzen 9 9950X3D has 128 MB of L3 cache and operates at 4.3 GHz by default, but can boost up to 5.7 GHz, depending on the workload. AMD is building the Ryzen 9 9950X3D on a 4nm production process using 16,630 million transistors. The silicon die of the chip is not fabricated at AMD, but at the foundry of TSMC. You may freely adjust the unlocked multiplier on Ryzen 9 9950X3D, which simplifies overclocking greatly, as you can easily dial in any overclocking frequency. With a TDP of 170W, the Ryzen 9 9950X3D is extremely power-hungry, which means you need top-notch cooling. AMD's processor supports DDR5 memory with a dual-channel interface. The highest officially supported memory speed is 5,600 metric tons per second, but with overclocking, in the right memory modules, you can go even higher. ECC memory is supported, too, which is an important capability for mission-critical systems, to avoid data corruption. For communication with other components in the computer, Ryzen 9 9950X3D uses a PCI Express Gen 5 connection. This processor features the Radeon Graphics integrated graphics solution. Hardware virtualization is available on the Ryzen 9 9950X3D. which greatly improves virtual machine performance. Programs using advanced vector extensions, AVX, will run on this processor, boosting performance for calculation-heavy applications. Besides AVX, AMD has added support for the newer AVX2 and AVX512 instructions too. AMD already held the gaming CPU crown with its Ryzen 7 7800X3D, but the new chip easily grabbed the gaming tiara and firmly jammed it onto its head. But now there's a new Ryzen chip, one that's even faster than the 9800X3D in games and offers far superior performance in productivity and content creation tasks. It is, of course, the Ryzen 9 9950X3D, and having spent a whole week pushing it through every possible benchmark I could think of, I can tell you now, it is the new champion of CPUs, gaming or otherwise.